Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this week's episode of the Gloveworks podcast. We have a special guest for you. His name is Spark, and he is the creator of the one and only Eggplant. Spark, welcome to the podcast. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
So, Eggplant was... I kind of just found the map randomly one day on the workshop, and then I just added it to the server, and it was an instant hit, and it's now become
Was it?
Yeah, like actually, very very rarely do we even add a new map to the server that people like. And most of the time, pretty much damn near 100% of the time. If we add a new map to the server, people like hate it. They just, if it's a new map in Counter-Strike, they just for whatever reason, it's just how it works. It's foreign, it's new, I don't like it.
How long has it taken Aqua to get actually liked?
I have no idea.
Months.
Yeah, I just found it randomly on the workshop, added it to the server, it was an instant hit, and then I don't think we got in touch till for many months or even years later, huh?
I think it was years. It took me a while to realize that people actually played it. The only way I found out is I found a YouTube video that someone uploaded of like someone playing it, and then in like the bottom left I saw like a chat message that like it was being played in Gloveworks, and I was like, what the hell? It's being played on a server. And then eventually after that I found you and found out that you had like tried to contact me before, and I just had no idea.
Cool. So I was curious how you found out that like, you know, we're the ones like playing your map, because I don't think there's really any other servers that like, I mean, that were playing your map at the time.
Yeah, not that I know of. I think it's only Gloveworks that has like ever played it. But yeah, I found a video of someone playing it just because like I remember looking on the workshop that like it had like a somewhat high number of subscribers, like more than just my friends. And then I, for whatever reason, I looked it up and found the YouTube video, and then yeah, it said like whatever, like Mango server ID, and like had the IP or whatever. And I was like, holy shit, this is on like a community server. And then I discovered what Gloveworks was from that.
Nice. So this is like one of your only maps that I believe you've ever made in Counter-Strike. Is that right?
It's pretty much the only one. Every other map is either like shitty or unfinished, at least on my workshop.
Oh, okay. So this is the only one that's really just published for people to see on your workshop?
Yeah.
Okay, so it wasn't you loaded up the editor, you made a great map, and you closed it, never to be done again. You did try other maps.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because it was during quarantine.
Nice.
I was a freshman in high school.
Baby.
I was like 14. Yeah, and then I was just really bored. So
Wait, whoa! Did you say you were 14?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
When it was published, I was 14. I'm only 19.
My God.
This guy sounds 30.
Let's go.
No, I'm a college student. Yeah, I was sitting at home, nothing to do in quarantine. I just was like, fuck it, I'll pick up Hammer. And so, I mean, I made a few initial, like, pretty bad maps. And then I just decided that, like, an op map would be easier to make or easier to start out on than, like, a defusal map.
I think most people, when they learn Hammer or anything Counter-Strike, should start with something like an AWP map.
Yeah.
That's where, like, I started. And then because you need to learn the tools before you start learning how to make a map and how to learn the tools to make a map. So that's a great mindset to have.
Yeah, that's where I started. I watched a bunch of 3 Clicks Philip videos.
Yo,
love that guy.
Lives in my city.
Oh, actually?
Yeah, I see him around.
Jimbo has seen this man walking around. They live out in Plymouth, and they just walk around
in the same shop.
Oh my God!
Food.
You're so lucky.
In the same place.
But
Hold on. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. So does that mean there's a world where you could befriend 3 Clicks Philip and then get 3 Clicks Philip like involved
on the podcast? Is what you're about to say?
Obviously,
potentially.
All right,
I'm seeing
Jimbo,
a
we need to
while,
print
but
you out some business cards so you can just have them on you at all times. And the next time you see this guy out in the wild, you need to get the plug in.
all right, I'm on it.
So, so what? Yeah, so you're 14 years old. COVID hits. You're just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Let's like just start making some maps. About how long did it take you? Do you think to make Op Eggplant? Did you work on it for several days? Was it like a one session kind of thing?
To make the entire map, it was definitely a few sessions in Hammer. I know, like Jimbo, you said that you ported it or you made the remake in like a day, which makes sense. But like back then, I fucking I didn't know shit. So, yeah, it definitely took me a few days, but I just wanted to make a map that I could show my friends and we could play on. That's why it's so small, is because it was made for like 5v5 max.
Yeah,
I wasn't planning for it to be played on a server with like 25 people or whatever. But yeah, I uploaded that. I mean, on my workshop, there's a few other little like diffuser maps. There's like a wingman map that's really bad, and then some other like unfinished maps. But Eggplant was really the only one that I like thought was finished. It's the only one that I actually like took pictures of and actually tried to get people to play it somewhat.
Nice. So I mean, yeah, what made you want to pick up Hammer in the first place? There's so many people that say, "Oh, I want to make a map and stuff like that," but they never actually do it. So like, what pushed you over the edge and made you like fully commit to like, all right, I'm gonna learn this Hammer software and I'm gonna make a freaking map.
Old Hammer's not easy.
Yeah, there's a learning curve. I'm honestly not completely sure what made me pick it up. I honestly probably just started watching a bunch of YouTube videos on it, like 3Clicks Philip and everyone else that makes videos on Hammer. I probably just started watching videos and was like, oh, I should give it a try, and then started from there.
Cool. And then, so like, how long have you been playing Counter-Strike then?
I was about to ask the same question.
Well, my account says I bought it in like 2017, and then but like I played a total of like 2 hours between that and like 2019, and in 2019, me and my friends started playing it and grinding it, and then I played it pretty consistently up until like 2021, 2022. I made it to global.
Nice.
And then I went to college and like stopped playing.
It's game over. So you don't even really play much CS anymore,
huh? I played some over the summer. That's what like I got back on the gloveworks server and found out you guys were doing this podcast and stuff. But no, when I'm at college, there's no time for it.
Fair enough. What do you focus on at college?
Like just school. I go to a pretty academic focused school, so everyone just spends their time studying here. And
there's no Counter-Strike class?
No, unfortunately.
Damn.
And then also like all my friends from back home like also play Counter-Strike. That's who I play with, but like I don't know anyone here that plays it, so it's just kind of, if I played it, it'd just be alone.
Yeah, no, that's what sort of happened with a lot of my friends, that we all went off to different unis, but then we still play Counter-Strike together.
Yeah.
So outside of mapping, do you do other like have you? I know you don't have much time anymore, but have you done other like digital creative stuff, like build websites, do some photoshopping, maybe Minecraft maps? You know.
Honestly, not much. It depends on what you want to define as like digital creation. I just finally learned how to code in college, like a couple months ago. And then unless you're counting like CAD for my engineering degree, really, no, it's just Hammer, I guess.
Hey,
CAD's pretty cool.
Hey, CAD and Hammer are, those, I mean, similar, very similar skill set transfer,
Yeah. Maybe that's why I picked up CAD so easily. It was the Hammer background.
Yeah. So
I believe it.
So speaking of hammer, have you loaded up the new Source 2 hammer?
No, I actually haven't.
Okay.
Just because I don't know. I feel like if I want to pick up hammer, I actually have to devote a good amount of time to it, and I just don't have that time.
Do you have an RTX ready card?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I got a 3070, I think, on my computer.
Yeah. That classifies. You're good there. I know that's like a barrier of entry now. It's like you got to have an RTX card. To
Is it?
To compile a map. Yep.
So if you look on my stream right now,
Oh yeah,
not viewers, just Mr. Spark. Like there's what hammer used to look like. And you have the RTX. Okay.
Oh.
So what hammer used to look like.
Oh, that's sick. I didn't know that.
And then we have
that.
So then there's the option to turn on real time.
Great podcast. Let's show them what's on your
podcast.
screen. Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah. But it's so Counter-Strike has ray tracing, but just for the editor.
That's just for hammer. Is it nicer to use than Source 1 hammer?
Yeah, definitely. I say if you're trying to transfer your skills, it takes a while. There's another learning curve. But I think the ease of use once you get the hang of it is so much nicer.
Yeah. I'd wait.
Yeah.
You can just put your ideas together a lot easier and quicker in the new hammer, but you're still gonna have to spend like 20 to 50 hours until you're like fluent and like comfortable in it.
Whereas I think old hammer is easier to get into because it's much more primitive and basic, and it is just block here, block there.
Yeah.
Whereas you can still do that in this, but once you actually know how to do things properly, it's so much quicker. So it took me so much longer to make the maps when I first making this, and then like you said earlier, then I just whipped out Eggplant in a day.
Yeah. I mean, if I pick up new hammer, I'd probably just be me learning it all again. I barely remember what I did know, and it's not like I even learned that much in what I did learn in hammer 1.
So when you were making Op Eggplant, what did you have in mind when you first started making the map? Did you have like an overarching theme, a concept? Where did it start?
I remember specifically thinking that I was just gonna make an op map, and I just kind of combined what I knew op maps to be, which was just like a big building in the middle with some stairs and like 2 levels, and then ramps, like some tunnels and like some boxes that you could crouch behind, but then crouch up and like shoot over, and that was pretty much it.
And you're not wrong.
And so when did you decide to name it Op Eggplant, and why?
Why is a big question. Other than there's an eggplant on the map.
That's pretty much it. When I was making maps, I would go into they have like, or I don't know if they still have them, but they had like these maps called like it'd be like a map name, and then it was called like Zoo, I think.
Zoo, yeah.
And it would have like all of the like textures and and like entities or whatever. And I remember going into one, I think for like Italy, and I found the eggplant model, and if you shoot it in CS:GO, if you shot it, then it would put like a blood bullet hole on the eggplant model. And I thought it was funny, so I put it in there, and that's why the name the description for the map is just the eggplants bleed.
The eggplants bleed. Yeah.
I thought it was funny that you shoot it, and so I just kind of decided that the eggplants in the top would be like the center focus of the map.
Sweet.
But yeah, that's really it.
And that's the best. I thought this was funny. I put it in there, and you just kept going with it.
Yeah.
So on your Steam profile, it says avid stat track hater.
Whoa.
Oh. Yeah. That's been in there for a while. That just goes back to when I actually played a lot. I don't know. I just don't like stat tracks because I don't know. They make a skin way more expensive, and like I don't even like the little thing that tells me how many kills I have. Like I don't really care.
I love the little thing that tells me how many kills I have.
No way.
Yeah, all my skins have a stat track on.
I just feel like it's not worth it for the price increase just to get the thing. I don't know. So yeah,
Let me
I just don't
enjoy
like
my
them.
skins without it telling me a stupid little number. And I mean, I
No
agree with
stat
you.
track attacks.
The little number counter is like it's a little tacky. It looks like kind of it can definitely detract from a skin's vibe sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, I'm without stickers though. I think
Really?
9 times out of 10 stickers look bad.
Really?
I love a good sticker combo.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'll spend
I'm a big sticker fan.
Yeah, I'll spend an hour or two just like finding like a good color palette, some skins, and then now because you can place them and flip them around and like you can get crazy with the placements now. So yeah, I think the skins are really fun.
Yeah, most of my loadout is plastered in Navi stickers.
Nice. It's a great skin. It's a great skin for like no money basically. You can just get a shitload of them.
Yeah.
Is Navi your favorite team?
Yeah. Definitely. Well, I don't know. They were, and then I mean they dropped Simple and Electronic and Perfecto and Boomage. So
yeah, it's basically not. It's not Navi anymore. Yeah. I find that following Pro CS, like you kind of just follow a team for its little era until the roster kind of gets disbanded, and then and you're
it's not like a real sports team,
right?
Where, like, there's a city attached to it.
Yeah,
like, there's nothing attaching you to the actual team. Like you can say country, but
yeah, and there's no season, right? There's no like, all right, we signed this player for X amount of years, and like a year is like the season of the year, so you can get to know the team over a long period of time. Like, dude, rosters can change every week sometimes. So
yeah,
roster flip is bad.
I feel like every time I look at like some pro game, I'm just like, what? Like, since when does he play for them?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
well, yeah, it's like when a bunch of old Fnatic guys went to FaZe, and I was like, excuse me, what?
Yeah.
So Eggplant. When is Eggplant 2? Do you think?
Oh my god.
When Eggplant 2?
Yeah. When I don't know. When I graduate college and I pick up Hammer when I have the time.
Nice. Let's go.
If it ever exists, it's a few years in the making. It'll take a bit.
Have you ever had
2026? We heard it here, guys. Eggplant 2 2026 confirmed.
Yeah.
Have you ever been interested in creating like skins or anything like that?
I mean, I've looked into it. I don't even know how to do it. And like to do that, you actually have to be like artistic, and I'm not. So
I feel
that probably wouldn't happen.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess it depends what you mean by artistic, because like if you're talking about 2D or just artistic as a whole.
I mean, just because like to upload the texture onto the skin, you have to have like an actual nice pattern, and like I don't even know how you go about doing that, like Photoshop or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, fair enough. Because I know there's obviously like the Mac 10 pipe down, which is some guy took the model and then made like pipe work into it, and then baked on that texture to make the 3D look. So that's like, yes, it's artistic, but it's more technical based than artistic based.
Yeah.
So maybe you could do. I don't know if you're more interested in that sort of things, or think you could maybe do something like that. Maybe.
Yeah, it might be easier to get into than just actually like art. But,
yeah, having to like draw cool patterns.
Yeah.
So as a mapper yourself, you know what it takes to create a map,
bit of an exaggeration.
And you know you know more than the average Joe, at least, all right. And you've played enough CS2 at this point. What's your take on CS2's new art style that they're going for?
Just how it's like a little more cartoony, I guess, or like
it's slightly more cartoony, a little more vibrant, like but still a little bit pastel type of beat.
Yeah. I feel like the art style or the like visual changes are probably one of the like best things about CS2 compared to CS:GO, but I feel like everything else it just feels off still. But in terms of the art style, I like all the new maps. I feel like all the remakes are pretty good from what I've played.
So what's your favorite like map to play on Premiere?
Um, I don't know. I've been really liking Ancient a lot. I don't know why, because I didn't like it in
Whoa.
Go,
Dang.
but is that
So
a
you
bad
didn't
choice?
like it in Go, but you think in CS2 you're liking it more. That's interesting.
I mean, it hasn't changed, right? It's
Nah,
still the
No,
same
it's
map. They
it's the
didn't make any
same. It's
big
the same.
changes. Yeah.
they were making Ancient to like knowing that it was having to be ported to Source 2. So
Oh, really?
yeah, so that's why like some of the maps ported with like minimal changes, but like some
I
other
guess.
maps
Yeah.
had like the overhauls because
Yeah.
even if I think that like old Inferno, like well not old Inferno, 2014 Inferno, still to me I prefer to look at that one. It's far more like you got the vibrant reds and the blues of the buildings
Yeah.
rather than the pastel ones.
Yeah.
Like they
I
had to re-overhaul it because it wasn't designed to be ported easily.
I'm just shocked they haven't like remastered Mirage. Like it's still just like
So am I.
it's just
Yeah.
the ported janky like the lighting
It it,
and
it
is
feels like a Python port.
yeah, I mean yeah, cuz it is.
There's some updated textures and that's about it.
Yeah, I'm just surprised
Some,
they
not even
haven't done
all
it.
of them.
It's like what?
The most played map.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
You
I
can't go
don't
wrong with Mirage. I just feel like yeah, it stayed the exact same like for the longest time, way longer than like almost any map.
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I guess.
I think the only issue of playing Mirage is some of my friends don't know the smokes, and if you don't know the smokes, you're
Jimbo,
smoked.
none of your friends know any smokes on that map.
That's what I mean. There's some of my friends do, but not the ones you play with.
No.
The Penguinos.
But yeah,
So,
so the how much time have you spent in the server? Like, are there any other maps in the server that like you enjoy that stand out to you?
Yeah. So there was. I I hopped on the server for like a like most days for a solid week or two. Towards the end of the summer, but then like I said, I went to college. Let me pull up. Is there a place where I can see like all the maps and the
Yeah,
names? Because
I'll
I don't know the
shoot you a
names,
link.
but
Yeah, when you see, I know how that
okay.
goes. Yeah, once you can see like the data in front of you, you can be like, oh yeah, that one. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that one. All right, shooting you a link right here. So that's all CS2 as well. It's not CS:GO.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I know
Oh, and you know what? I'll
Lego
just
2 is a big like cult classic or whatever, but I'm not the biggest fan of it.
okay. What about Lego 2 that you're just not a fan of?
I don't like Lego 2 either.
I don't know. It just feels. I don't know. I don't know what it is about it. I
Bit
feel
too
like I
big.
can't really pinpoint. Yeah, there was one that I played. I think it was one that you had just made, Jimbo, that I remember liking a lot.
A Lego one?
Um, no, no, no. I need pictures.
Yeah, I just sent you a link.
Oh, okay.
That'll have everything you want.
Okay. Let's see.
If it's something Jimbo just finished up,
Is it
I think it's
Aqua? It was Aqua. I
Aqua.
really
Okay.
liked Aqua. I really liked Aqua. I remember the
Yes, that
first
was
time playing on it.
it's the
It's
best
just
the
it
answer I
works
wanted
well.
most. That's like because that is a Jimbo original.
Oh, actually?
Yeah, for CS2.
Nice. Nice. And then Creek is pretty good. That's like is that a classic?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
feel
that's
like it
good.
is. Yeah. Um,
Yeah, the top two maps on the server is Creek and Eggplant.
damn, Eggplant's number 2.
Y'all.
Damn. Doodle Bop is all right, and that one gets played a bit. I don't know. It's all right to me.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm not really a big opper.
That's so good. That's funny to hear. It's just made one of the best op maps of all time. Like I don't really care about opping, to be honest.
I was never that big into like op servers. It was mostly surfing. I'm a big surfer.
Oh, do you like summer surf?
The op map.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember playing it. It felt weird to surf. Like the ramps, I don't know. It was hard to go around the corners, but also surfing in CS2 is just kind of.
Yeah, it's broken.
You might have played it before because Justin did some tweaks to the ramps recently.
Really? Okay. Yeah, I probably played before that.
Yeah, and I'm not a surfer, so I couldn't confirm or deny. But other people have said it feels better.
That's good.
I was going to say, the funny thing about you not being an AWP and making AWP Eggplant as the number 2 map, and number 1 map being Creek, is that Creek's original map was for USP.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the port of AWP Creek is actually USP Creek.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Okay. So the only so the top 3 maps then are Doodlebop, Creek, and Eggplant.
And Doodlebop is a gun game.
Oh yeah. Doodlebop was made as a gun game map.
Oh, I didn't know any of that.
So yeah, when I look for maps for the server, I look for aim maps, like deagle maps, rifle maps, pistol maps, gun, and then gun games a tricky area too because they're just little like arena maps. So yeah, some of the gun game maps actually play really well. And so we've got a deagle server as well. By the time this podcast comes out, we'll for sure have our deagle server back up and running. So if anyone is tuning in right now, so check out our Deagle server. Go to mygloveworks.com. You can click on the leaderboard. The Deagle server should be there. And then if you want to connect to the server at any point in time when you are playing Counter-Strike, you can type in connect pineapple.mygloveworks.com because it's the pineapple server. So, but yeah, so the gun game has some pretty good Deagle maps too. But yeah, it's funny how the genres can overlap. Fight Yard as well. So Fight Yard maps are the same type of thing, where it's just like small little arena maps that like have like pretty, mirroring geometry.
What is Fight Yard?
So
some game mode I've never heard of.
It's
like Pool Day.
Do you know? Yeah, do you Pool Day?
So, yeah.
So ultimately, so Fight Yard is a game mode. It's dead now. But so FY Ice World would be like the number 1 map, and ultimately you spawn, and then there's just weapons on the ground for you to pick up and then shoot people with. That's how it started.
Oh, okay.
So and it's there's just a little arena. So the one thing on a lot of the maps, like Gun Game and Fight Yard and all these aim maps, is like kind of the principle that like a lot of the maps just mirror, and that's that's like a strength I feel like of like something like Lego 2 or into Eggplant, where there's just one corner of the map is designed and then it's just repeated 4 times around.
Yeah, that was something that I definitely knew going into making Eggplant, because like I said, I was just trying to mirror every op map I had played on.
Yep.
And that's what every good op map at least has in common.
Yeah, honestly, I think the main difference between what's an AWP map and what's a USP map and what's a gun game map and a Fight Yard map is just what the mapper defaultly put on the map for you to easily play. So if it's AWP something, they've had it so you go onto the map and you get an AWP. If it's a Deagle version, it could be exactly the same map, but just give you a Deagle. If it's a Fight Yard map, there's guns on the ground.
Yeah.
Like, in terms of map design, it's not a lot of difference. Like, you could say AWP's a longer range, maybe. Deagle's shorter range. Closer fights, maybe, but you can play them all the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I think is interesting, just looking at the op genre like worldwide, and like there's definitely no other servers in the world that have like as like a flexible as a map pool, or just a unique map pool as like Gloveworks does. And I mean, a lot of them at this point, you just see fucking op Op Lego 24/7, and they're starting to branch out. But
India.
Yeah, in India, but yeah, seeing other like geographical regions and the different map pools they play. They play a lot of the different Op Legos, Op Lego 8, Op Lego this that, I don't know what it is about the Lego stuff, but people love it. It's like when you put Minecraft in a map, it's just like it pops off. Jimbo has a Op Minecraft, and like it's just like instantly popular because of the Minecraft vibe. It's weird. Let's see. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, how popular is Op India? Because that's one that like I've honestly probably played more than any other Op map because me and my friends use it to warm up.
People don't like that map.
It's super open.
It's very open. It's very unforgiving to mistakes.
Isn't your favorite map, Magic?
Yeah, I know. I love the
Your
map.
favorite?
Yeah, it's my the server started as a Op India 24/7. Op India V2 24/7. This was like 10 years ago though.
Damn.
Yeah, and so you just joined, and that's the only map that was there. And I was very reluctant to add any other map to the server. I did not like it at all. So I've grown a lot. A lot of personal development, a lot of growth. I actually play more than one op map now. So
crazy.
Holy, I'm growing up.
And it's not even on the server anymore. So.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's something. I got to do a remake of Op India V2. It'll be added, and then it'll do okay. But yeah, there's for whatever. I'm gonna try and make some adjustments to it. So that's one thing. Going from CS:GO to CS2, we have an opportunity now to like go in and make some changes to some maps and like hopefully try to make an improvement. So a goal of mine going into a map like Op India V2 is to do a remaster of it, but also make some adjustments to improve it, because there's a lot of people that love it, but then on the same side of the coin, there's people that absolutely despise and hate that map. So I'm going to try and win some people over with hopefully just some simple changes. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, hopefully.
But I think a strength of a map like Op Eggplant is its simplicity. And it's very similar to like a Lego 2. Like, it's not complex. It's just dead simple. It takes very little effort or energy to memorize it and all the angles. It's pretty self-explanatory. Once you've run around the map once or twice, you get it. So I think that's one of its strengths for sure.
Yeah, that probably just goes back to the fact that I barely knew Hammer when I made it, so I couldn't do anything special. Just blocks and blocks and blocks.
Less is more. Less is more.
Yeah.
So that's one thing in the new Source 2 Hammer where people are just making, like, I see a lot of them, like, maps people are working on and the ones they release. Because the tool is more advanced and you can do crazier shit inside of it, they're releasing these, like, just very, like, these maps that have these crazy angles, because you can do a diagonal wall very easily now. It's not like it's not hard to manage. Or it's like in the old Hammer, you'd have to lay down a block, you'd have to cut it, and then if you wanted to move it, good luck. And like moving a vertice or whatnot was just kind of a pain in the ass. But now you can make a diagonal line, a diagonal hallway here, there, and in my opinion, they're going too crazy with it in a lot of the maps they're releasing. Like, when something's like when there's like diagonal lines and angles everywhere, it's just so hard to memorize.
Yeah.
Whereas, most of the most beloved maps inside of CS all kind of just have like 90-degree angles all over them. They don't really deviate off of a 90-degree very often, or if at all.
Yeah, that's all Eggplant is.
Yup. So, that's just something like CS2 mapping. There's like a mapping contest going on, and we've kept our eye on it and looking at all the new maps that are kind of being pushed through. And, a lot of them are just, they're getting real crazy.
Mapping contests is in like defusal maps?
Yeah.
Yep. And the very popular hostage mode.
Oh, I love a good office game.
Yeah, I agree. I He ported it. Osco's in what the heck is the name? It has a 1 and 2 version of it in not Inspection, Insertion. Yes. I'm Insertion 1 and 2 or I love those so much.
There's like the really big ones, right?
Yeah. They're huge, and then you
Yeah.
spawn at like different locations around the map.
Yeah, I played the one when they had it like in CS:GO for like an operation. That was fun.
Nice. Yeah, so he has there's not a remaster, but he has ported it over, but the spawns are a little janky. You can kind of spawn and get stuck inside of someone, and it's just it ain't all there, so it's sad. Are there any maps from CS:GO that you miss that you don't see in CS2?
Train. I'm wearing a Pop Dog shirt right now.
Oh shit!
Oh god! Yeah.
Is that Valve merch? How do you get a Pop Dog shirt?
It's ESL just did a collab with with CS, so it's like they released a bunch of like officially licensed CS merch.
Nice, that's
sick.
cool.
But yeah, I miss Train so much. I love Train.
I think so they were. It's been somewhat confirmed by Flom that they are working on Train. They don't know like when
they had it in a trailer for CS2. So
true,
and there's some files for Train and
yeah,
definitely being worked on behind the scenes.
Yeah, I keep seeing like FM Pone and Volcano post pictures of the cache that they're working on. So I'm excited for that too.
Yeah, bring back cache for sure. Let's see.
Someone spent too long making Santorini worse and didn't put cache.
I hate that map so much.
Yeah, it's it ain't all
because I really like Santorini. So when he was like releasing, I was like, oh hell yeah! Then it was like a different map, and I'm like, brother, you could have made cache.
I had a friend like a week or two ago. Him and his friends queued into a game on that map against FM Pone. And FM Pone had a really bad stat line, and they were all in the chat like, FM Pone is just as good at the game as he is at making maps. It was brutal. It was brutal.
Yeah. That guy, he's a great artist. He can make something look great for sure, but he's never made an actually good map layout.
You don't like the cache layout?
That's not his map.
Oh.
Yeah, no, that's Volcano made that map. He's just
I didn't know that. I thought it was a joint effort.
He's just the art.
He just come in for the design, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we've got a bone to pick with Mr. FM Pone. God. Because he's the one. So basically, the way you get a map into CS is that you like get attention from a like the map core community. It's basically just like a forum.
Yeah,
and they host like a contest every like 3 or 4 years or so, and the maps that place well in this contest get recognized by Valve and are very likely to get put into the game. But the thing is that this contest is hosted by FM Pone, and so what that means is that since he's he's not a good like map designer layout wise, so he ultimately gatekeeps like what is going to be showcased in these contests because it's his own, it's up to his opinion. So he'll typically lean in favor of a map that looks really good, but the gameplay's trash. So you'll see like a lot of maps that get through these contests is like they look great, but their layouts are terrible. And the maps that have good layouts that should be getting the light of day are not being showcased and are not like making it to the top of the entries, and they're not being like noticed. They're not getting the recognition they deserve.
I think I was into the map core community a little bit back when I actually picked up Hammer, because I remember playing. I discovered Basalt through that.
Okay, I remember Basalt. Yeah.
Yeah, because they got added into Go for a little bit,
Uh-huh.
but I had played it with my friends like a year or two before it got added, or something like
Oh
that.
shoot. Okay, so you got on it real early.
So I thought you said
It's a
assault,
good
and I was
map.
like, you discovered assault?
Oh no, Basalt. Yeah,
It's like it's BASSALT.
The
I think.
Icelandic.
Yeah.
yeah.
Fun little map.
Yeah, but it's yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I mean, it's kind of just it just feels bad, and it kind of just hurts the heart to see us playing Counter-Strike for as long as we have, and like we don't really get any new maps to play in the game when it would be nice. It'd be nice to get like one or two new maps like every few years, maybe, like fuck.
Yeah, that's something Valve has never been the best at, is putting new maps in consistently.
Yeah, the what for the past like at least 5 or 6 years, all we've gotten two new maps. We've gotten Ancient and Anubis, I think.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, in the competitive pool, yeah.
Like 4 years ago, 3 years
Yeah,
ago.
and like I don't.
Yeah.
Anubis is the least played map. The
I hate
Anubis.
Anubis.
Yeah, nobody really likes it. Or at least I don't know. That's my take. If based off of the statistics published by Leadify on like Premier matchmaking, it's the least played map in Premier. And then right after it is Ancient. So it's I'm always surprised to hear people that like Ancient, because I am not an Ancient lover. I'd rather play pretty much every other map. Ancient is do I like Anubis or do I like Ancient? Anubis or Ancient? Anubis or Ancient? I'll go Ancient before Anubis. I think Anubis is my least favorite map, but yeah, second is Ancient.
Yeah. I don't know what it is about Ancient. It just grew on me the past couple months.
Fair.
It's Dust 2. Slightly altered in green.
Yeah.
Straight up. I think the funniest thing about Anubis, the funniest thing about Anubis, it was entered in the exotic map core contest, and everyone who goes on Anubis the first time go, "Wow, it's Dust 2." Like I think War Owl's video goes, "This map won. Wow, it's Dust 2," and it's just like, yeah, because you can interchange those textures, and you wouldn't really realize. Like I started making a Dust 2. I was like, I want to try and not remake it, but I was trying to simplify it to make it look like old but new. It was a weird project. But I was just using Anubis textures because they look nicer than Dust 2 textures. Like, they didn't look nicer. They fit the old Dust 2 aesthetic, but like high res. So I was using those, and like you just couldn't tell. It was just like, yeah, Dust 2. But you added water in a tunnel.
Wow. But Op Eggplant uses the Dust 2 aesthetic, and they updated all the assets for Dust 2, obviously in the new Dust 2. So that's all the assets Jimbo used to remaster your map.
Yeah.
Yeah, the exception of some cardboard I threw in. But
oh, yeah, I used assets from a lot of stuff from Eggplant. I can't quite remember.
You used a lot of old models which aren't in the game anymore.
Oh, well, yeah.
Which was the only annoying bit about porting it.
Oh,
because
my fault.
yeah, God. But it's just because they didn't port all the really old assets from like old versions of maps they don't have in the game anymore. Like Assault assets, for example, which I think is the thing you used in the.
I
there's the old drug. There's the old drug palette, which in the assets is called drug palette, which is hilarious to me. Which I think was in Assault, and that was used at the top of Eggplant, and they removed sort of those old fun models. Like they removed the dead body model. That's great. They used to be on Train and Nuke. They did like dead body Easter egg.
Yeah.
So having to port.
I think I used Aztec textures on one of them too, which I guess you can just call those ancient textures now.
Mm-hmm.
But
or if you've looked at the textures, all the ancient textures are called Aztec.
Oh, really? They just
like
okay. I didn't know that.
all the models, all the things they're called the Aztec. It's like,
why haven't we seen an Aztec in CS2? Like everyone would still
it's
love to
called
play
ancient.
that. No, but like,
because
dude,
they tried to make Aztec.
People would still play it.
When you guys watched the intro for the Broken Fang operation, did you guys think that they brought Aztec back too?
I don't think I played when that came out.
The Broken
Fang. Oh, really?
I don't think I remember.
The Broken Fang, like when you open it up right after you updated it, it was when they added ancient in that update. And me and all my friends watched it and we're like, holy shit, they added back Aztec.
I'm looking at these
and it was just ancient. Yeah.
Yeah, because they tried to make Aztec and they couldn't make the layout, so they just had to deviate. Instead, made a very generic 3-lane map rather than trying to keep the old wackiness of Aztec.
Yeah, DE Aztec, dude. I mean, it's not. I don't expect them to see. I don't expect a major or anything to be played, you know. But like people would still love to play it in casual and shit. It's a fun map to fuck around on. Got this cool little bridge, cool little underwater tunnel thingy majiggy, the double doors.
And they've still got Office in the game.
Yeah, I mean it's not that hard. Like you can redo it with the existing assets from Ancient. Like it'd be a little month-long project for an employee over there. It wouldn't be nothing. It'd be nothing.
I mean, some guy already did that in CS:GO.
Yeah.
There's a whole 3-clicks Philip videos on it where someone tickled the assets and made Aztec out of it.
I mean, shit. I guess it would just be nice to see Valve like fucking do shit in their game instead of just like the community just has to do it for them because they're not gonna fucking do it. Like, I don't know, but at least they do give us dope ass tools, right? And they do let us modify this game. I mean, that's one thing that's so fucking cool about Counter-Strike is that they give us all these development tools and they let us modify and create stuff for the game. Because guess what? We wouldn't be able to do in a game called Valorant. You can't do shit. You can't develop maps. You can't make your own skins. You can't do any of that shit. They are like, nope, we're gonna do it, not you. And it's just like, well, fuck, dude. Why don't they? Why don't they just let people make fucking Valorant maps? It's only gonna help the game grow. It's free content. Like you don't have to pay for it. You just give them the tools and they'll build it because we're fucking dumb autistic creators. And we're just like, oh, what do I want to do this summer? I want to spend 300 hours on my own free time creating a map for this game and make no money. And it's like, well, why do you want to do it? I don't know. I just want to. Like, why'd you make Op Eggplant? No reason. Just. Yeah, like it's an indescribable feeling almost. It's like why we spend as much time as we do to like build these kind of things. And like the only thing you can really say is like you enjoy it. You thought it was fun. It was cool.
Yeah. I feel like mapping is just like I feel like it's relaxing.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Sometimes.
I've got a map. It's a little peep map, and I just listen. Yeah. Sometimes I'll just kick it. Put my feet up on my desk and I'll just like it's just a little vibe map. It's not the map is not built to be like an actually great Counter-Strike map. So it's just join it and it's just got vibes. Use these crazy textures all over the place. Just kind of get that drug house vibe going, like but yeah, mapping's like it's relaxing, therapeutic. I don't know. It's cool to just I always relate like when I'm making maps to like and my style of making. Oh, I would love to know. So what's your approach to making a map, right? So are you someone who draws it on a piece of paper first? Do you just go in the editor and wing it? Like what's your approach to like making a map?
Well, I mean, not that I have that much experience. I don't think with Eggplant I really had a plan. I just went into it, like I said, just like I'm just gonna make a generic op map. When I did try to make a diffusal map, I think I did try to plan it out a little bit. And I think I had also tried to plan out like an actual diffusal map because the one I did make was like Wingman, so it was tiny.
Okay.
I do remember trying to actually plan out like a real map, but it was probably shit, and so nothing ever came of it. But yeah, I remember watching like War Owl videos of him making maps and like planning out all the lanes and stuff. So if I ever actually did make a proper Diffusal map, it'd probably go something like that.
I see. I see. Yeah, I mean, I have a whole philosophy and like I'm starting to write a little book about mapping.
Really?
Yeah. Ultimately, it boils down to the one thing that you're doing when you're creating a map is you're emotionally responding to 3D spaces. So
Damn, that's deep.
yeah, dude. So what? Kind of what I'll do. I can like I don't know. I can just kind of visualize like really well. So I'll usually just have something visualized in my head. I'll get a very basic thing down, and then I'll just drop into it on the map, and then I'll I'll emotionally respond. I'm like, oh, I feel like there should be a floor here. Okay, I'll do this. All right, I feel like there should be a wall or a building here, and I'll just kind of just that's how I approach it. I do not. My brain does not work in a way where I'm just gonna like draw it out on a piece of paper or like do any of that. Like I go in and I just let my like instincts
Just
take
start.
over. Yeah, and it's just a canvas. I'm just painting. But no, I feel that yeah, it's just kind of just relaxing in at times.
Yeah, definitely.
So when you haven't really spent how much time have you spent in the op server?
Not that much.
Yeah.
Is that something I can see on the stats?
Not
I think
anymore,
so.
really. So, I mean, this is always an interesting question, like for me. Like, so, what is like the most enjoyable thing in an op server then? Even if it's something you don't even do very often, right? Like, so, what's something you're just like your go to like experience?
Like in an op server?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I just joined just like I don't know, when I'm like bored and like I want to play CS, but like I don't want to commit to I don't want to commit to a full game. I just want to run around and shoot people. Then, uh, just joining an op server, practicing my quick scopes or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I just joined because it's something to do when I'm bored, I guess. I've never
Fair.
gotten super sweaty, but
So, do you play any other games outside of CS?
Um, I mean, definitely CS is like the one game that me and all my friends will go back to, but we'll kind of branch out. We've been playing Deadlock.
All right.
I mean, I did. I haven't played anything in a while.
Thoughts on
I'll
Deadlock?
play. I like it. And that's from someone I hate League, so like really any MOBA I've tried, and Deadlock was way more fun than I ever had playing League with my friends. So it has that, but I feel like it's just still not my cup of tea. Other than that, I play a lot of Destiny 2, which is
Oh, nice.
pretty different. I mean,
Yeah,
FPS,
it's
but
a
that's
grind.
really
It's your like daily grind type of beat.
Yeah,
and, like,
yeah,
you're on your
yeah.
little quests. I get it.
yeah.
I have a good amount of
Um,
friends that play Destiny 2, and like yeah, it's not my thing, but I totally get it. Like you
It's a
can,
fun time.
yeah, you can kind of
I
just
played a lot of Destiny 1 beta.
interesting.
Destiny 1 beta, wow.
Yeah, and then when the game came out, and there was like maybe 25% more game, and I was like, oh okay, and I then never touched it again because the
Yeah.
beta was most of the game when it came out and released.
Oh, really?
There was not much more. Like they've added stuff obviously, and they made a whole new game since, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I'll play TrackMania sometimes. That's
Nice.
about it.
Yeah, TrackMania is fun, and then I think
Yeah.
another cool part about TrackMania, they also have like the massive
Yeah.
team like community part, right? Where like you can make your own
Yeah.
tracks, people host their own like little events and stuff, and I think that's super because I even years ago made some TrackMania maps and shit. Like
Oh, yeah?
it's super fun. Yeah, their little editors it's super quick and easy, and I that's something I love to see in any video game. I think it's like for the longevity of a video game to like stand the test of time, I think it's almost like essential that you give the community tools to like create stuff in your game.
Yeah. I feel like I mean I've watched people like create maps on TrackMania, and it does look fun, and I feel like it'd be good to get into, but I feel like you have to be good at the game to actually make a good map.
No, you just put a little launchy ramps, and you put a little you fly off in the distance. You just see where your car lands. It's not that hard. There's like a grid system and stuff set up, so you're not trying to figure shit out. Everything just kind of snaps together. It's pretty easy. There's not like this insane learning curve like there is in like a Counter-Strike map. Like you can kind of just plug and play pretty easily.
Does TrackMania have the same as like a Mario Maker where you have to be able to beat your own level to submit?
Yeah, you do.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter because you could just have a really bad time in it, right?
Yeah. But you do have to validate it.
There's too many people creating maps that you can't win.
Yeah, I guess.
The cheating in that game is wild. Like the scandals of like cheating and shit like that. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, there's a lot of drama.
Yeah. That's a game where like I don't really play it, but I'll watch any TrackMania video, bro. I'm fucking in.
Yeah. I feel like I watch way more TrackMania than
all the virtual videos and shit, dude. I'm like, yep, I'm dialed in. Let's go. Let's fucking watch that shit. And then they have like daily races on daily tracks, and people are like trying to set times and stuff, and that's something we've kind of tapped into in gloveworks as well, as far as like trying to set high scores and stuff like that. In CS:GO, every person's like best session on every map was saved, so you could see like, all right, what's my high score on this map? What's like what's my best performance I've done on Eggplant? What's the best performance I've done on on Doodle Bop and stuff like that. So we're working on it. But yeah, we'll eventually have that back and have like people setting high scores and stuff like that.
Yeah. That'll be good.
But yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Well, dude, fucking A. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to come by, stop and have a chat. We absolutely love the beloved map Op Eggplant, and we thank you. We thank you for your great masterpiece.
Yeah, I'm still amazed that anyone actually played it, so I'm more than happy to get on and talk all about it.
You're a savant, bro. 14 years old. Just fucking
I was a prodigy.
Yeah,
a mapping prodigy, and he wasted it.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
What you could have made if you kept going.
For anyone listening that wants to get into mapping, if a 14-year-old during COVID could just make one of his first op map becomes one of the best op maps of all time, then you too can get into Hammer and start making some maps. All right. Any other questions, guys?
Not I can think of.
Lovely. All right, glove workers. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you guys for the next episode, and we'll catch you on the server to play some more op Eggplant. Woo!
Be about it.
Be about it.
Bye.